So, pretty much everybody can relate to the fear of failure, right? But what most people don't talk about is that a lot of us have fear of success. Now, if you're scratching your head, you're thinking, what is that? Let me tell you. So, do you ever notice that the confidence wobble starts to show up, after you get the good news of the thing that you've been really trying for, whether it was you're applying for this job and you finally got it, or maybe you got the promotion that you asked for, or maybe you launched the book or the podcast, or you wrote the article for a magazine or something like that. And suddenly, your stomach starts going into knots and your brain starts racing. And that is fear of success, but it's flavored with imposter syndrome. So let me talk about this. And today in my Autumn Reset series, we are back with the letter M in autumn. And M stands for mindset today because most people are not sitting around thinking like, okay, I'm afraid of success, I'm afraid of success. That would be kind of weird, and especially people that are ambitious. We don't sit around sabotaging ourselves thinking, oh, I'm afraid of success. However, there are these quiet fears that are kind of blocking you. And it can look like, fear of being exposed, feeling that you can't keep up, fearing that you're going to mess it up, fearing that you're going to disappoint the person who actually gave you a chance, or a fear of not being taken seriously when you actually level up. And let's say you have to manage a team or something like that. This fear of success doesn't start in your head. It's in your nervous system. So, hi, my name is Andrea Hunt. I'm an EFT Empowerment Coach, and I help people break outside of their comfort zones without the fear, resistance, and self-sabotage that usually comes with it, even if they're ambitious. So they can rebuild their confidence after job loss or heartbreak, or simply make some steps forward in their life. And this is not because I am some fearless badass, by the way. It's because I have learned to regulate my nervous system using EFT tapping, and that's what I can now help others to do too. So, let's talk about 3 ways that fear of success shows up and why. The first one is the good news panic whiplash. All right. So let's say that you got the yes, and then you start having, the nausea, the feeling of you're going to be sick, or you can't sleep, or you're suddenly feeling so much pressure out of nowhere that you're not going to be able to handle it. So you might be able to you might feel like the pressure is so much that it needs to kind of pump the brakes. You might even end up self-sabotaging during this time by physically getting sick. The second is spotlight avoidance after a step up. So let's say that this looks like, being afraid of doing the client presentations, being in the spotlight because you fear scrutiny, you feel people are looking at you now, they're going to criticize you more. And we all have this, desire usually to kind of be liked and be part of our the crowd and everything like that, that sometimes fearing like we have taken steps up and other people hadn't makes us worry that we're not going to be accepted in this way. Or there's, of course, the I won't be taken seriously spiral. If you now have to manage a team, or let's say you got a new job where you have to come in and manage other people. A lot of people have this fear that like, they're not going to take me seriously. What if they won't listen to me? What if I can't handle it? What if I don't know what I'm doing? And it's this credibility worry, it's this part of you doubts the role that you have earned. And this is where imposter syndrome starts to really show up for a lot of people. So the M is for mindset, is about, really recognizing these patterns, so that they can stop running as programs in the background and starting to make you self-sabotage and feel pressured and panicked. So if you want to see yourself, stop yourself here and get the steady support to maintain your motivation, your confidence, and to squash that self-doubt when it shows up for you, I'm offering my EFT Autumn Reset program right now for €499. That is 5 EFT sessions online with coaching with me. Those are 1 hour each. And you can get that up until October 31st, which is Halloween, of course. So there are 3 private spots left. So remember, before October 31st, book in your discovery call, and you can use those 5 sessions over the next several months up until New Year's Eve. So anyway, I hope I can help you to keep motivation, squash the self-doubt, and step outside of your the chains of imposter syndrome. See you guys next time.